it's not it's not even easy to phone it in though sometimes. Like
No.
when you're up there on the drums, like it can sound pretty bad and go derailed pretty
There's a
quickly.
lot going on, man, and there's a lot. The guys in Defiance, Dominic used to look at me if I would screw up a fill, and he would look at me and pretend to have drumsticks in his hand and just go like this and then explode, because that's what it felt like my mind was doing, is that I was just doing this, and then you'd get to the end and just like it just nothing, like just blabber mouth of just like this.
There's a lot going on for sure.
Yeah.
Do you ever find yourself like thinking about random things? I got to do this later, and then find yourself forgetting where you're at in the song? And
Absolutely, dude.
What do you do?
Well, I have a couple techniques that help me get through songs, especially songs that have 3 choruses, because that can get really monotonous, and you're like, man, what choruses? I mean, that I have purposefully written this live fills and just little nuances that tell my brain which chorus I'm in.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks to the muscle memory of just being able to do it, and a lot of the times it has to do with me doing a fill that has 1 kick, 2 kicks, or 3 kicks in it to tell me which chorus I'm in.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Dude, wow.
I do
clever.
it a few times during our set, rocking the boat. At the end of each Rocking the Boat chorus, I hit a ba 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 ba. In the second chorus, I go ba da ba da ba da da, and then in the third chorus, I go da 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 da, to really just progress on which chorus I'm in.
Yeah.
That helps remind me a lot, and I also just like, I try not to think about really anything. You know, like I can't like look at. I find it really hard to look at the crowd while I'm playing, because if I see like a crowd surfer and then I'm like worried about the crowd surfer, because we've had so many shows where crowd surfers like security's not doing their job, and then Spencer like there's been shows where Spencer has called out security and like been like, if you don't start doing your job, I'm gonna come down there and kill you myself, basically. And like being worried about people's safety, and then like being worried about all of the things that we have going on stage with, I mean, on this last tour we had 3 guitarists, a bassist, a vocalist, 3 actors, all this stuff going on stage, and I'm just like trying to not get distracted or really look at anything. But you also want to know if the show's going well. Yeah. But I also know that if I start thinking about something, I'm going to be like, oh man, I have no idea. I don't have a lot of Spencer in my ears. I'm like, I don't even know what verse we're in. Like, it gets to that point. It gets. I've been scared, even like on this tour. Yeah. There's been moments where I've been like, huh. I don't know what part of the song I'm in.
Dude, I feel like people don't talk about that sort of stuff enough or at all, because it does happen. Like we're all only human, and like you're gonna think of certain things, or like you said, even like, yo, there's a dude crowd surfing. That's awesome. Trying to be like, well, dude, and I'm
never like it. I hate crowd surfing so much. It makes me so nervous. Just you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah, they're gonna get hurt. You're like,
you're hurting other people. You're just like, you shouldn't be crowd surfing.
But you want to feel like the energy of the show and like be in it and giving your all, but then that also leads you down that rabbit hole of like, oh yeah, I have to.
You know what's also helped a lot with that is because of how far back our set is now. You know, we're not playing these tiny clubs anymore where I'm face to face with the crowd and I'm 12 feet back and I'm 4 feet up. Doing live streams and stuff that I've been doing a little bit of, and like having my phone right here and being able to know that there's 200 people watching you from that close, and being able to kind of like focus in and be like, okay, I know I'm playing a show for all these people out here, but all these people are looking at Spencer and Ricky and Joe and Miles and the actors doing stuff. I'm pretty fucking far away. Like, no one's really paying attention to me during this show. There's fog, there's lights. I'm just back here doing the backbone here. But if I actually have a chance to like set up and know that I'm playing to an audience that's on my social media, that's there to watch me play drums, then you kind of get to focus in a little bit more and really like have the inspiration to put a little bit more into your set. Because not that I'm not playing for the crowd out there, but there's 200 like kind of like special people that are watching me on my phone right here. You know,
and you're
what I mean?
under a microscope.
Yeah, exactly. And I have a mix going right into the phone. Like everything can be heard, everything can be like. So it's very much. I can play just as hard knowing that there's people from around the world watching me on my phone as I would be, say, at the Metallica show, which is, putting me a little bit closer to the crowd. Plus, there's people behind you in that round. Not only am I playing to people that are 10 feet in front of me, 10 feet behind me, and I have to win over a bunch of those people because a lot of those people are not there to see us,
right.
and they're usually like, you know, maybe like an older crowd that doesn't really know much about like modern metalcore. And when I start like ripping double kick or something, I see a lot of just like older dudes that are just like, how is he doing that? And I really embellish it and really go crazy and really do the stick tricks and stuff, because people are like, I've never seen anything like this before. And it's like,
awesome,
yeah, it's because you're 90. Like, of course you haven't.
That's awesome.